Welcome to this transformative self-coaching program designed to help you integrate and heal the pattern and beliefs of feeling undeserving of happiness. This is an emotional EMDR mini course whose goal is to guide you through a process of understanding, reframing, and building resilience to this pattern and beliefs. It is recommended that you use this program in full screen mode, while sitting still and upright. Follow the movements of the ball or pattern on the screen with your eyes. As the words from the audio are spoken, notice the feelings they evoke in your body and any mental images that may arise. If your mind starts to wander, gently redirect your focus back to the moving ball or pattern. Optionally, or if you are not able to use video, you can also tap on one or more EFT points. How it works. In step 1, we evoke the distressful emotional state of the belief or pattern. Note: this can be emotionally triggering. Take full responsibility for your well-being. In step 2, we offer ourselves loving, compassionate self-acceptance for this state and beliefs. We then reframe the belief, pattern or state with new positive suggestions to the mind. We then bridge the mind into the new, more positive reality. We finally express gratitude for the new positive reality, taking it as fact. Ready. Section 1. Unpacking emotional experiences. We begin with a setup of the issue. Even though I struggle with this pattern, I choose to still deeply love, honor and accept myself, and I am open to a more empowering state of being. Take a deep breath. I often feel like I don't deserve to be happy, as if it's meant for others but not for me. Whenever something good happens, I'm waiting for it to go wrong. Happiness feels temporary. I remember feeling overshadowed in my childhood, as if my joy was less important than others. I find myself sabotaging good moments, almost as if I'm afraid of being too happy. There's this constant voice telling me I'm not good enough to experience true happiness. I worry that if I allow myself to be happy, I'll be setting myself up for disappointment. Memories of past failures often resurface, convincing me that I'm not meant to be happy. In moments of potential joy, I feel undeserving and guilty, as if I'm taking it away from someone else. When I think about the future, I can't imagine a version of myself that is genuinely happy. I struggle with the belief that I must earn happiness, but no matter what I do, it's never enough. Happiness seems like a foreign language that I can't quite understand or speak fluently. I feel as though my family's history of struggle means I too should not expect happiness. Every time I'm close to feeling happy, a fear of loss or pain seems to take over. I often question whether I'm worthy of the happiness I see in others. I catch myself thinking that true, lasting happiness is just an illusion, out of reach for me. Section 2. Feel into this balanced, compassionate perspective from your inner coach. Maintain your attention on the EMDR screen, following the movements of the shape or pattern with your eyes. I warmly welcome my feelings of being undeserving of happiness, recognizing them as part of my journey. I gently accept my expectation of good things going wrong, understanding it's a protective response. I lovingly acknowledge the overshadowed joy of my childhood, seeing it as a part of my story. I embrace my habit of sabotaging good moments with compassion, knowing it's born from fear. I kindly hold space for the voice that doubts my worthiness of happiness, hearing its underlying fear. I compassionately accept my worry about being too happy as a natural defense against past pains. I tenderly recognize memories of past failures, understanding they are not predictors of my happiness. I hold my feelings of guilt and undeservingness in moments of joy with gentle understanding. I lovingly acknowledge my inability to see a happy future self, seeing it as a call for hope. I warmly embrace the belief that I must earn happiness, understanding it's a deeply rooted notion. I compassionately accept my struggle with understanding happiness, seeing it as a path to learning. I hold my family's history of struggle with empathy, recognizing it doesn't dictate my capacity for joy. I gently welcome the fear of loss or pain that surfaces with happiness, seeing it as a part of being human. I acknowledge with kindness my doubts about my worthiness of happiness, seeing them as areas for growth. I embrace my belief that true happiness is an illusion with compassion, recognizing it's part of my current perspective. Section 3. Visualizing positive change. Take a deep breath. I am choosing now to see myself as deserving of happiness, embracing joy as a natural part of my life. I am open to the possibility that good moments can last and bring lasting happiness into my life. I could consider the overshadowed joy of my childhood as a stepping stone to claiming my own happiness now. It might be beneficial to explore the idea of welcoming good moments without fear, celebrating joy openly. I am ready to let go of self-doubt and embrace the belief that I am worthy of true happiness. I am choosing to focus on building resilience, allowing myself to be happy without fear of the future. I am opening myself up to the understanding that past failures are not indicators of my future happiness. I am willing to release guilt and embrace joy, recognizing that I deserve happiness just as anyone else. I am becoming more aware of my potential for a happy future, envisioning myself in joyous moments. I am shifting towards the belief that happiness is not something to be earned but a natural part of life. I am curious about learning the language of happiness and embracing it in my daily life. I am ready to embrace happiness, independent of my family's history, as my personal right. I am choosing to see the potential for growth in every moment of fear and turning them into opportunities for joy. I am open to discovering my worthiness of happiness, seeing myself as equal to others in deserving joy. I am exploring the idea of happiness as a tangible reality, allowing myself to experience and cherish it. Section 4. Bridging the two worlds from emotion to aspiration. Remember to maintain your focus on the EMDR screen, following the movements of the shape or pattern with your eyes. Even though I often feel like I don't deserve to be happy, I warmly welcome these feelings, recognizing them as part of my journey, and I am choosing now to see myself as deserving of happiness, embracing joy as a natural part of my life. Although I'm waiting for good things to go wrong, I gently accept this expectation as a protective response, and I am open to the possibility that good moments can last and bring lasting happiness. While I remember feeling overshadowed in my childhood, I lovingly acknowledge this as part of my story, and I could consider this as a stepping stone to claiming my own happiness now. Even if I find myself sabotaging good moments, I embrace this habit with compassion, knowing it's born from fear, and it might be beneficial to explore the idea of welcoming joy openly. Though there's a constant voice telling me I'm not good enough, I kindly hold space for it, hearing its fear, and I am ready to let go of self-doubt and embrace the belief that I am worthy of true happiness. Although I worry about being too happy, I compassionately accept this worry as a natural defense, and I am choosing to focus on building resilience to be happy without fear of the future. Even as memories of past failures resurface, I tenderly recognize them, understanding they are not predictors of my happiness, and I am opening myself up to the understanding that these failures do not define my future joy. Despite feeling undeserving and guilty in moments of joy, I hold these feelings with gentle understanding, and I am willing to release guilt and embrace joy, recognizing my right to happiness. While struggling to imagine a happy future self, I lovingly acknowledge this inability as a call for hope, and I am becoming more aware of my potential for a joyous future. Though I struggle with the belief that I must earn happiness, I warmly embrace this notion, understanding its roots, and I am shifting towards the belief that happiness is a natural part of life. While happiness seems like a foreign language, I compassionately accept this struggle, seeing it as a path to learning, and I am curious about embracing happiness in my daily life. Even with a family history of struggle, I hold this history with empathy, recognizing it doesn't dictate my joy, and I am ready to embrace happiness as my personal right. Though fear of loss or pain often takes over, I gently welcome these fears, seeing them as part of being human, and I am choosing to see potential growth in every moment of fear, turning them into opportunities for joy. Even if I often question my worthiness of happiness, I acknowledge these doubts with kindness, seeing them as areas for growth, and I am open to discovering my worthiness of joy. While I catch myself thinking that true happiness is an illusion, I embrace this belief with compassion, recognizing it's part of my current perspective, and I am exploring the idea of happiness as a tangible reality, allowing myself to cherish it. If you were tapping, you can stop as we go into gratitude. Section 5. Preemptive gratitude for transformation. I am grateful for my journey towards happiness, embracing each step with love and patience. I give thanks for the resilience I am developing, allowing me to welcome happiness into my life. I am thankful for my childhood experiences, as they have shaped my understanding of joy today. I appreciate my ability to transform fear into opportunities for joy and fulfillment. I am grateful for recognizing my worthiness of happiness, seeing myself as deserving of joy. I give thanks for the courage to be happy, overcoming fears of the future with strength and optimism. I am thankful for the lessons learned from past failures, which guide me towards a happier future. I appreciate my growing ability to embrace joy without guilt, acknowledging my right to happiness. I am grateful for envisioning a future filled with joy, opening my heart to endless possibilities. I give thanks for understanding that happiness is not earned, but a natural and abundant part of life. I am thankful for learning to speak the language of happiness, integrating it into my everyday life. I appreciate the strength to break free from my family's patterns, choosing joy for myself. I am grateful for turning fears into stepping stones for joy, embracing every emotion with love. I give thanks for realizing my equal worthiness of joy, seeing myself as deserving as others. I am thankful for discovering the tangible reality of happiness, allowing myself to fully experience and cherish it. Section 6. Closing and next steps. Take a deep, rejuvenating breath. Congratulations on completing this transformative session. Take a note of how you feel in comparison to how you started, and consider journaling your notes about this session and any areas you'd like to explore. Be attentive to the potential reduction in the emotional weight of certain memories and actual circumstance shifts in your daily life. Note that it may take one, several, or many uses of this program to completely clear or reframe this pattern and beliefs. This program and affirmations serve to fortify your inner journey toward a more empowered state. Feel free to revisit them whenever you need to. For more details, see the link in the bio or description below.